Like, you know, you really, I don't want to hate you, brother. Like the comedians from what say. They say the older women, they see the younger women, they on and popping. And you say you want to hate on them, you know what I mean?
Can't.
That 20-year-old. And then you got that going on, the old versus young, the old school. Ah, man, this music just trash, everything just trash. Well, they telling the truth. And we're not saying we agree with everything, but it's their time. But we can also educate them. You know what I mean? But to sit back and judge and like they trash, really what are you saying? That's a form of arrogance too. Man, we was the bomb when we was doing it. Everybody say, everybody say that, bro.
With everybody,
You know, well, not you know what I mean. But I'm just saying, like we all feel like nobody's doing it like us. Nobody did it bigger than us. There's always somebody did it bigger than you.
Right. It's one of those things. It's like we in an era to where we are telling women to put their clothes on when everybody else is telling them that they look better with them off.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
That's the verse.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we telling them like, sister, you beautiful, but you don't need to dress like that. Everybody else is like, man, you know, you look good like you is, and you heard they on Facebook and the kids. So this is what we up against. You see what I mean? It's like, how do you convince them that what they're doing is not normal?
That's right.
Because this is that mystery Babylon the brother was talking about. This is that mystery Babylon. It makes everything wrong self-seeming. No, it's all good. Y'all can do this. It's cool. Just like you said earlier, Shelton, like in the 60s and 70s, black people were together. Why were they together? Because most of them didn't have anything.
But each other.
It's easy. Most of them didn't have anything, so it's easy to support each other endeavors and whatnot when you look around at everybody on the same level.
Now we got a little bit.
But one of them start getting a little more than the next one, this is the aftermath. You know what I mean? This is the aftermath. This is why we're not together, because there are people in positions that know why we're in the condition we're in, and they study day and night to keep us in these conditions.
Yes, they win from that, though.
They study day and night. Yes, sir. Like, we talk about it all the time on these shows. Like, when you look at these entertainers, some of these athletes, I'm talking about like rich slaves, bro. They just rich slaves. They already know they don't know what to do with their money. Like, they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They get it right there. Because they know they don't know what to do with their money. They know that. They listen.
Enterprises come into play.
Yeah.
Look,
when you think about it,
that's right.
when you think about it, you take somebody that got signed $60 million to a contract, $30 million guaranteed. That's enough money, the guaranteed money, to go do anything that he want to do and help a lot of people. But it's like Brandon said last week, they got them to the point now. This is how they flex their control. Now, you ain't even coming in here with your T-shirt on them, or you're going to put on a suit. That $30 million, man, is there telling you what you got to work. So he knows psychologically he controls you.
Yeah,
Give me $30 million. Give me $30 million. You ain't going to tell me what the heck and show out the world. So you want to have a kids enterprises on everywhere. You know what I mean? So they know that. You know, anybody could see that. Like, you got all this money, but yet this man is able to tell you what you can and what you can't wear. But it shows you don't have no control of your life. All you got is money, a whole bunch of money. And that's what we see with a lot of our entertainers and a lot of our athletes, bro. They like rich slaves. But they have put these people in front of us and say these are people we should idolize. Like, they are heroes. But I'm like, no, they do not speak for all of us. You know, they do not speak for all of us. You know, and I would like to say that though, man, because it's serious. You know, it's like we were talking about last week. You know, they take Beyonce, beautiful sister, man, say beautiful. You know what I mean? They'll take her and put her on some perfume. Everybody wants to got Beyonce on it. Beyonce don't know anything about chemistry though. She don't know what's off the side of that cologne. She don't know the chemicals off the side of it. It's giving people cancer. You know what I mean? So these things we have to really be mindful of, because we know as long as we've been here, man, you know, the farther they let us go in their society, they make money off. So yeah, blow them all the way up. But in the end, you're going to end with a blemish. You're not going to end the way that you take it. You're going to end. They're going to always find a way to blemish it. They've been doing it since day one, bro. And we talk about these things. And that's why I fast for black people. We have a false sense. It's crazy how what we attribute our success to. When we sit back and we watch these things over and over again, look at Michael Jackson, look at Prince, look at Bill Cosby, look at all these black people that have done some great things. When they pass on and they die, they still tarnish their image. So what is success in that realm? What is success in that realm when we think about it? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So a lot of points, man. A lot of points we're touching on tonight.
Well, you're right about it, man. It's all about how you define it. Go ahead, Brandon.
That's right.
I say, in the irony of it, just like what he said, when you're oppressed and you ain't got nothing, just think about it. You know, when you're young, you ain't got nothing. I know we was in the hood. We was just playing. We didn't care about all that stuff.
Right.
Have nothing. But once somebody started having something, it's not even about having nothing. It's wrong. It's how we view it and perceive it and attach. I got something and you don't. Even when we were kids, you got a little snow cone. Somebody else say,
Nana, boo boo.
Right.
You can't get no snow cone because you poor. You ain't got no boo boo.
Well, hey, they used to say food stamps, bro. Listen to this, bro. Most people in America own food stamps. You know, now that's why they don't change it. They got the little card.
It's a card now. Right. I used to hate when my grandma gave me them dollar bills to go to the store with.
That's what I'm saying. You used to have the book, you know, with the presidents on it.
Yeah, man.
Right? You know, they sitting around the Constitution, right? I'm serious.
Right.
Bro. If we go off in there, you know what I mean, and you wait at the end of the line. I remember a girl I like, bro, in school. I'm like, damn, man, she working the line where I got to go find her stuff. You know what I mean? Now, to me, I'm from the hood. Bro,
yeah.
That's another hood in Crockett, Vincent. They talk about, look at y'all front y'all got some big wood rats. Bro, I feel bad when I was a kid. But, you know, then later, everybody want to hang in the hood.
Hood became fashionable.
But I got to get the back of that line, bro. My mom was sending me to the store. Give me something. She had that book sale. I was like, man, you don't want to go. You know?
I know, man.
Somebody made us feel like that. But really, in reality, like that girl I like, she really was living in some little nicer apartments, but they were hood on Solace, right? Shelton?
Yeah.
They wasn't like, but I'm thinking she living better than me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Your perception.
See these illusions is what I'm saying. Now you got people going that store with that Lone Star like it ain't nothing.
Oh man, swipe.
You know? Back when we was growing up. Back when we was growing, and see that's a misconception too, because they paint the picture like just black people on welfare. Now it's more this is being white people.
You know, welfare was not started for the black people, right?
Most likely, the ghetto was Jewish. You know, we kind of. I was telling somebody this the other day. The ghetto wasn't always what they attached to us as black people. The ghetto was good. But see, this all tying in to what we were saying. And I said in the video, when these immigrants came over here, you know what I mean? They wasn't accepted by white Americans.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why they was.
They say, hey.
That's right. And they turned to crime. Then they came up and started shunning us. So we were shunned by white society and we were shunned by the immigrants. You know what I mean? Even in the underworld. You know, they'll do business with us. That's why I made that video. They'll do business with us, but they still look at us as they don't like the fact that we don't want them having money. When they cut out, I was talking about this, Vincent, in a video recently. I said, this brother named Frank Matthews, you know, he was doing dealing drugs. They say he was bigger than Frank Lucas. I say, when he went over there to the French, he cut out the middleman, the Italians. They was mad at him, bro. Right. So even with dirty money, we see racism. We see the ego. And they try to threaten him. That brother say, man, he had more money than them, though. That brother said in that documentary, he said, this is an illusion. Y'all think the mafia, y'all think the Italian mafia is bad as what they pretend to be. He said, man, listen, we had more money than them. They had to scrape up and put money together. And this brother actually got away. And, you know, he got away. So, of course, they ain't going to tell that story. But like I say, the Rockefellers, the Kennedys, all these people, they glorify and pump up. Hey, man, go to the root and see how their legacy was started. It was started with dirty money.
Dirty money.
It was started with dirty money.
UGK had a CD about it. Dirty money.
Right, man. But also, I want to say what Brandon was just talking about. When you think about when we was in school, right? Now, the FFA, Freedom Farmers of America, right? The little blue jacket. There's something about their blue jacket none of us like, right? Why we didn't like it? Because they made it seem as if you was in the FFA class, you was like a nerd. You know what I mean? You wasn't acceptable. But here we go. When you think about all the people, bro, that's what we've been doing in this country since we've been over here. It's phoning. How is that not appealing to us? Right? Mm-hmm. Because we have people in positions. They understand psychology, bro. They know how to make things appeal to you, and they know how to make you dislike things. And you would think, with us coming from where we come from, most of them would still be out in the farming because this is how you feed people. You know what I mean? But we don't even, how many brothers and sisters are in FFA? Because this is where they're going to learn how to deal with the animals, the chickens, the cows. You know what I mean? We've been doing this for the last 500-600 years over here, and before the Mayflower, we've been doing it. And we wonder why we're in the position we're in, because everything, some of the things that we need to get us better, they make it to where we don't have no appeal. They don't interest us. Like the school system. They understand psychology. They're not going to give us anything so that we can relate to prepare us to want to pursue greatness. They're not going to give us that because they understand what it's going to do. They're going to keep giving us what we accept because they know it's going to keep us in the condition that it's in. But the reverse is, the flip side of it is, if the intent was wrong from the beginning, when you go and you bring a whole race of people to enslave them, your intention was to do exactly that. So no, you're never going to want to see them as an equal if you want them to be your servant. No. You know what I mean?
No, if that's the case, it wouldn't be such a fight for freedom.
Exactly.
if it really want to be equal.
When we start dealing with these issues, every day and taking a stand on that every day, at some point you will see change. But, a lot of it is, a lot of us do things and we'll do it and then we'll put it on the back burner. But with the situation that we're in over here in this country, man, this struggle is 24/7. We already 400 plus years behind. Like, there's no such thing as an off day. There's no such thing as a break when you look at our condition.
There are no breaks, man. There are no breaks, man. There are no breaks.
And we still have an identity crisis.
Right.
We've been called everything from slaves, Negro, African American, and some of us we still rejecting all these different things. So we trying to assimilate. We don't know where to go. I remember this book we called, and I know y'all brothers probably know about it. Paul Dunbar had a poem or a short story say, "We want the man." Y'all, I know y'all brothers familiar with that.
Yeah.
Why for the man? And other students say the cage bird sing. What's her name? My Angelo.
Yeah.
We want a man. And then Brother Langston Hughes had the Invisible Man. Bro, these books. You know what I mean? They classic. You know what I'm saying? Invisible Man, even though you see me,
you don't see me. You don't see me. That's a good book.
So you already know. So when these black, when the slaves and these servants and Jim Crow and all this, when they was just imagine that, bro. You in a room where these people talking openly about you in front of you, and you can't even say nothing. You know what I mean? This is how it was, bro. And you got to stand there like a mannequin and wait on them hand and foot and everything. So I'm saying all that to say this. It's still like that. And the only, I don't know, it's like a psychology with us that it turns inwardly. So you can't be no man out in society because they're keeping you from representing that man. Me and Vincent was talking about that even in the prison situation. They make you shave. Right. They came from Europe, but they make you shave. Right. That's a form of stripping your manhood. Get that hair off your face, boy.
Yeah.
That's
masculine look.
Oh, definitely.
Right.
To emasculate. So you emasculate as a man, you come home.